Okay, YouTube should be working now. Sorry for the delay. Alright, day 2 of the Tiny Jam. I decided today that I want to work on modeling the boats, since modeling boats is something I've not done before. So I picked up some reference images online. So this will be our, well, I put TP boat. Turns out they're called PT boats. But yeah, these will have a small gun in the front and some torpedoes to harass the player in close quarters. Here's our battleship. The battleship has massive cannons for medium range combat. Then we have our cruisers, which will have even larger cannons for harassing the player at range. That's the plan for today. So, for my sake, let's start with the PT boat. So I'm going to set this to the side so I can see it. Maybe right here should be good. Cool. And then we'll just get started. Do the blender thing, obviously. Okay, so how do I want to do this boat? Let's start with the simple stuff. We definitely want it to be long. Get a little bit wide. Then we'll grab these 4 corners here. Extrude them out just a little bit. Pull that into a corner. Then we'll lift it up like that. Cool. That almost looks like a boat. So I think also, just to give it a little more shape, we'll subdivide it. Subdivide it one more time. And then what we'll do is we'll maintain the shape here and then go wireframe. Let's grab this here. Extrude it out X-wise. Maybe this as well. Yeah, that looks kind of decent actually. So let's figure out how we want to do the main body. The gun will probably be here for the baby guns, and the torpedoes need to fit on the side decks here. So I think this shape right here will be where we put the boat control thing, about whatever it's called. So just to make this work a little bit better, we're going to subdivide all this. Then we're going to take all of that. And we're going to extrude that up directly. Kind of screwed up a little bit, I just realized. I think I want these points to be taken off. And then we're going to connect these points with these points. Okay, gotta do this correctly. Gotta do this correctly. So obviously these points can be together. Same with the opposite side. Connect up these points here. And then I'd like to subdivide all this. Link that up like that. And that way, shoot, hold on. Back. Let's connect these up as well. Need to do a better job with this. Just do this. Subdivide, so we have the middle points there. We'll start connecting these up. So that way we can make windows. Very, very simple windows. Cool, so now cool, and then we can just choose a couple of these. So if we do one window here, one window there. Let's do this. Only faces. There we go. And then we'll do small windows here. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Or alternatively, we can just paint those details on the texture just to keep it simple. Cool, and then in this reference image here, you can see it has like kind of a tower, pretty high elevation. I'm sure in real life, according to this, the later used for radar systems, we're going to use this so the player can see them over any islands that we may or may not create. So that's probably a smarter way to do this, but let's start with deleting the face. Grab these points here. I grabbed the wrong one, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Subdivide. Then we'll subdivide here. Okay, so let's close this up. Now we'll make a small platform here. Probably should subdivide here real quick. Okay, let's actually go back a bit. These should be connected. There we go. That's what we need to do. Connect those dots and subdivide. Okay, so the radar platform, we're going to have it be centered here. So let's make that real quick. So I think how we're going to do this is we're just going to extrude this up. Do another extrusion, shrink it. And that's going to be our little radar tower. Is it great? Probably not, but it captures the idea, and that's what we're here for. So now we can close this up. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's do this the simple way. Probably should have decided where I was going to save this earlier. We'll just save it in our... Actually, we have another drive here. Boat. Blend. Okay, that center seam seems weird. There we go. So now we should try and texture this. So we should go to UV editing, select all, smart UV, unwrap, smart UV project. Let's have an island margin of 0.5. There we go. That's pretty wide, actually. Can we maybe narrow that down? Let's do 0.1. There we go. Cool. So now let's just do some very simple paint work here. So we need to do texture slots, a new material, base color. We'll call this PT boat. And then we want a kind of like a metal gray to start with. Let's try that. And let's actually put the textures to 2048 by 2048. We've got some weird texture seaming there. Not sure what's going on with that, but we'll make it work. So the first thing I want to do is paint the underside red, just because that's what this looks like here. And it seems to be a common practice with the boat designs. So we're going to go with that. So let's grab a red color. Actually use the RGB values here. Okay, so is this all red right here? Okay. Touch on that one a little bit. And then I'd like half of this to be red, but not all of it. Okay, I think we got an idea here. So let's try it out. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, cool. So let's zoom in, bring our brush size down. To FF. Yeah, so we'll need to do some cleanup as we go, but this is the right thing to do here. Or at least this is what I'm hoping to achieve. Paint this red. Look at that. Once I do cleanup, it's gonna look really nice. Alright, let's get the underbelly of the nose here. Oh yeah. Paint that on. Look at that. Looks nice. Okay, let's get this underbelly section here taken care of. We can just kind of cheat with this and just make it wide. Paint this in. Oh my god, that came out so nice. Still need to paint this other side though, so let's find out where on the boat that is. Is it just all this? Yep. This doesn't line up quite right, so we might need to do some work there. Can we just add paint to this tile set right here maybe? There we go. So we'll probably need to add a little bit here as well. It's okay if we go over the lines just a little bit, because all we need to do is just grab some gray, trim that out when we're done. But yeah, that's coming along really nicely. Okay, let's do this now. Okay, I think that's only over because of my painting here. So let's just kind of do some nice cleanup here. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. All right, let's clean up over here now. That's too far. That's too far. Okay, looking all right. Nice, nice. Okay. Just get the edges here a little bit. Am I going crazy? That looks like a white spot to me. Okay, it must have been real, because now I don't see it. Okay, back to cleaning this up. Nice, nice. Okay, now we need to figure out where the back of the boat needs to be painted. So I'm pretty sure if we just do this. Yep, so then if we do that. Cool, that narrows it down quite a bit. Beautiful. Cool, now we just need to do some cleanup. Oh, looks like we missed some cleanup over here. Oh yeah, we didn't even touch it. Start like that. Trim it down. That looks very boaty. Okay, so let's do some windows now. Let's use a kind of bright blue color for this. How about 0.5 by 0.5? Make it vibrant. So where is here and here? All right, cool. So okay, so we probably want to do just a very simple square for this. So let's do something like that. Man, that looks crooked. Maybe it's because we're overfilling though. So let's just try and clean it up and see what that looks like. I mean, kinda. There's something else going on here. Here, let's erase this. What if we put that on here instead? Yeah, that looks a little more in line. So just flatten this out. Flatten this out. Ooh, you know what? Those probably need to be higher, because if you look at the PT boat here, the windows are kind of high, so they can kind of see at about gunner's eye level. So let's try that. I think this is higher up, right? Yeah. Ooh, that height actually looks pretty solid. Let's go with that. So another one right here, right? Hold on. I think I actually want it here and then here. If I want it a little taller, can I do this? And then can I do this? Okay, let's just start cleaning this up then. Too much. Still too much. There we go. There we go. Paint that down. And then we'll cut it here. Then we'll also cut it at the same height as this. Or at least kinda. Trim the edges here. It looks a little wonky, but it's kind of okay. So next what I want to do is grab a slightly darker color. And then we'll outline these windows. That was a little crooked. It's kind of hard to do when the texture is doing that, huh? Maybe we'll keep it at the line height here. So if I just kind of cut across like this, windows will be kind of small, but at least it'll work. And cut across here. Then just grab our original color again, and then just sweep. There we go. And then we'll just kind of, if we hug this line like this, should allow us to clean up those lines just a little bit. Like that. A little more. There we go. Man, that line just being the way that it is making it really difficult. Let's try a little bit of that. Hopefully we're not going to get too stuck just painting one boat. But all in due time, right? Okay, let's trim this down a little bit. Oh, you know what the issue is? This is kind of inside a little bit. This is not. So, what if we just do this? Let's try dedicating 2 squares to the windows. So we'll dedicate this square and this square. Then we'll grab our original color and then just sweep. Then we'll do another sweep here. Sweep there, sweep here. Sweep inside the line just a little bit. There we go, now they look a little more aligned. Then we just get our blue color. Let's try and squeeze out some corners here. Squeeze that down a bit. Come on, just like that. There we go. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. So now we just gotta get the other side. There we go. Neat. And then they also have side windows here, so we should try and at least replicate that. So let's put a point here. I think that's it right there. I wonder if we can mirror it like this. Nope, I probably want this. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Let's draw ourselves a little square here for the window. Ooh, that's getting stretched out quite a bit. Ah, I see. This is up and down. This is left and right. So that's pretty rough. Can we maybe change the topology a little bit? Or not topology, the UV. Let's try that. See if that does anything for us. Not really, but we can work with this. Let's do this. Okay, you know what? I want to change this still. Grab these points. Hey, look at that. Looking a little more legible. Then we can draw ourselves a window there. Shrink this down just a little bit. Oops. Oops, there we go. Well, the player won't be getting up close with these models, so hopefully they don't see some of this stuff. So let's add some other details now. Let's grab the color black, go from the top. Let's add something here. We'll do that. Yeah, let's just color this top piece black. That might be kind of fun. Oops. Shade that all black. Grab our original color again, clean that up. Let's try and get this up to just 50% maybe. Because I'd like this to be a small section of black. Yeah. Cool. Grab the black again. And then here. Yep, we'll just do the same thing here. And then do the same thing here. We'll do that. Cool. Grab the original color. It's not perfect, but captures what I had in my head at least. Probably fix this side up a little bit. Alrighty. Let's see. I want to add some kind of details to the top. Maybe we can fake some rails here. So let's do this. We'll shrink our brush down like this. We'll just put some vague outlines here for what we want to do. Something like that. And then the torpedoes will be stationed here and here, so we can hold off on those. Okay, let's see if we can't make this look decent. So first off, let's just set this as the edge. Grab the original color. Clean this up real quick so we can redo it. There we go. I guess we can connect this up. Ooh, it's kind of a nice look. Okay, let's do the same thing on this side here. Set that as the boundary. Let's make this more straight lined. Nice. Okay, let's work on this tower. How do we want to do the tower? Kind of want to do like an outline on it. So maybe we can just kind of zoom in a little bit and just draw on said line. There's an idea there. There's an idea there. Stay on the line as much as possible. Okay. Too much. Try again. Okay, let's do this other side here. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Nope. Oh, come on. Nice. Okay. Okay. We're doing good here. My eyes are like getting tracks. I'm staring so hard. Okay. Let me sit upright too. I'm kind of sliding in my chair a little bit. Okay. Nope. We're a little bit off there. Oh. Let's save this while we're working on it. Yep, boat PNG is good. Okay, so there should be another needle texture somewhere, unless they broke it up into two, which would make my life a little bit difficult. Let's try seeing what drawing on this line does real quick. I think it actually just fills the middle though. Yeah, probably. Okay, so where's this? Yep, okay. So we're gonna have to be really careful here. That is not an option. Okay, so we need to change the UV texture on this to try and match that. So if we do this, I wonder if we can't just line this up like this. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. So now we can put them back in their own little space. Here, what we'll do is this. There we go. Okay, so now we'll judge it in a second. I need to just actually finish painting first. Draw a straight line. My paint job ain't perfect, but we're getting somewhere. Here we go. Let's grab our original colors and just attempt to clean this up a little bit. I think the issue is that, let's compare this to this. Nope, that's the same size. Okay, so maybe my zoom on the brush was wrong. So let's grab the original colors. Get the zoom in on this. Okay, so that's the same size. I shouldn't have zoomed. There we go. Paint this. Actually, I wonder. Nope, okay. I thought there was a mirror modifier maybe, but I was wrong. Okay, paint there. Oops. There we go. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come on, me. There we go. Come on. Oh my god, it's so wide. This is a game jam. It doesn't have to be perfect. I gotta remind myself this. The game needs to be fun and playable before it needs to look pretty. We're just doing this to get it out of the way. Okay. What side did that paint? Oh. I see. Wonder if we can't just clean this up ourselves here. Just kind of compare. And then just and then just trim it down a little bit from there. Yeah, that should be pretty decent. That little bit did so much. There we go. Okay. Let's grab our black color again. Fill this in real quick. There we go. So if we zoom out, well, now it looks like the tower is the only thing cel shaded. Oh no. I don't really want to add black ledges to everything right now, though. I mean, how much work would it actually be, though, right? I just do like a quick version of it. I wonder where that edge is. If I just kind of zoom in like this and go... Oh, it's not gonna let me. That's something. I don't know, I kind of like the top being like that, though. If I can draw in a straight line... There's one. There's two. And then if we draw under the line like this, maybe... That was weird. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna look great, but... we can keep that at least. And then just draw a straight line kind of here. What is going on with Blender? What are you doing? I wonder if this is a result of... Go to UV editing. Just eyeball this a little bit. Here we go. So now, if we go back to texture paint, here we go. We got something. Okay, where are those triangular? There they are. It's on this side, yep. So then, if we go across like this, maybe. I wonder if we just do this. That looks way cleaner. All right, cool. Just gonna have to eyeball it from here, huh? Okay. Line that up. Too much. A little bit of correction there. Okay, do the same thing about here. I wonder. Okay, so the issue is how this is folded, I guess. It's a little bit better, but let's just try and cover it up. We can't. Okay. It's not really getting better, but we can work with this. We just need to redo the windows now. So if we go to texture paint, grab our original base color and just kind of Mop that up. Oh, now it's gonna look all pixelated. Maybe I shouldn't have done any of this. There we go. We'll just keep it to that. Okay. Let's get the edges done here. Fantastic work. There we go. Now we just gotta do this top portion here, which should be relatively easy since it's basically right here. That is really hard to see. Let's do that. Might be better if we just zoom in like this. Clean this up. There we go. Kind of gives the boat a lot more definition. I kind of want to add black edges to all of this now. But let's just see what that looks like if I do that. So if I were to, for example, add black edges here. Well, accidentally painted something here, but we can clean that up. And since these are actually topologized pretty well, I could probably just do this. Go. Let's get the bottom here. It kind of looks good. I kind of like that a lot, actually. So let's do this. Okay, now we just gotta do that for everything else here. Okay, doesn't stand out as much here, but we make it work. So let's grab the original color, clean this up real quick, and then we'll do the outlines there. Oh, that looks really bad, actually. Here, let's do that. We'll just do this by hand. Okay, so we'll do this edge like this. Do this edge like this. That edge like that. Cool. Now all we just gotta do is the sides. What's going on here? Oops, try that again. Okay, now I just gotta do that one more time. I need to also do it up here a little bit. Oh my god. There we go. It's kind of a straight line. A little more. Oh, what is my issue? I just can't draw a straight line. Ah! Kind of comes off like a anime slash comic book now. I love it. Here, you know what? Let's just finish this off here. Just complete the cartoon aesthetic here. It's a very simple boat, but it is our boat. So we'll save our texture, not texture, material. can we do to make this more interesting? Let's give it a metal. Oh, Blender's having a seizure. Oh, Blender, please don't crash. Oh, it survived. If we turn down the roughness then and do material preview. Whoa. I said metal. I don't know if I meant reflective like that. Just a little bit of roughness. Be a little more roughness. Yeah. That'll do it. Okay, save. Let's export this puppy. Oh, nope, one more thing. One more thing. I need this thing to have an armature. A single bone. Right here. This should be how I rotate it, right? Yep. So to positive 90. Stretch that puppy out. And then was it parent to this, right? Parent to bone. So now, theoretically, yep. And then if I go to post mode and do the same thing, nice. I did it right the first time. That's what counts. Okay, cool. Our boat is done. So select everything, export as an FBX, and we'll call this a PT underscore boot. We're going to use the copy path, selected objects only. There are no animations, and we don't want leaf bones. I think that's everything we need to do. Yeah. I know it's going to import the wrong size in Unreal, but that's okay. All right, that's one down. Let's rename this real quick. PT. Oops, PT boat. I think my music stopped. There we go. All right, next up. We need to do the battleship. So this needs to be way bigger, and it needs to have layers. It's gonna have the basic boat layer, it's gonna have a secondary layer, and then it's gonna have a tower with 2 layers in the center. That's my plan. So let's get this boat built here. Probably shouldn't have hid all of that, so I need to have that as a reference. Okay. Control Shift A cube. First thing we want to do is make sure the cube is long. But we also need it to be longer. So currently our PT boat is about 1, 2, 1, 2, so 2 by 4. Let's make the battleship a 2 by, I don't know, 8. 2 by 8 sounds good. That's too much. So right about there. Make it real wide. Make it the full 2. Actually, you know what? Let's make it even wider. Let's make it 2.5 wide. Just as an added bonus, we'll also increase the Z a little bit. So let's make the Z as tall as the PT boat. And we'll just light this up. Yeah, that's massive. Absolutely massive. Okay, so first thing I want to do is make the nose of the boat. It kind of looks like, if you look at the reference image here, with the PT boat, it has a kind of squared off back, you know? It doesn't need anything beyond that. But our battleship here does have these rounded rears and extremely pointed fronts. So we're going to do that. So let's start with this. We'll extrude it out a little bit, and then we'll shrink it down. We'll extrude it out a little bit more, probably like this, and then just shrink this massively. Then just even this out. Let's also stretch and stretch. This battleship's going to be very long. Okay. Now we just need to do the same for the other side, but with a more wide rear. So we'll extrude this out. We'll shrink this in. And then shrink this to like that. And that'll be our rear. Cool. So let's subdivide all this. I'm gonna need this whole section subdivided quite a few times. One more. Okay. Now, I'd like the first layer above the boat to start within this big old square that we've created. So if we go here to here, nope, that's not how I want to do that. What are you doing? Here to here. This is really hard to look at. Okay. Here to here to here to here. Then we can jump across like this. And then just to guarantee our safe travels across these vertices, we will... Whoops. As soon as I say that. Oh my god, stop. What am I doing wrong? Stop bullying me. There we go. There we go. Okay. Actually, if I do this, yeah, that would have been easier, I guess. I guess. So let's select all this. This will be our first layer. So we'll go up like that. Then just to give it some shape, we'll shrink it. Oh yeah, that looks pretty nice. Which reminds me, we should probably shrink the bottom. There we go. Gives it more of a shape. we'll leave it like that. Okay, so we got our second layer. And then I want the tower to be kind of front middle-ish, so maybe these squares here. Let's also add these squares here. So we'll go up. Zoom in on that reference photo a little bit. Okay. Then we'll go up one more time. Shrink it in. Bring it back to make it kind of a straight. And then we'll build the final tower using this set of vertices here. Shrink it a little bit, go up a little more, shrink a little more. And then let's build a small rear tower just for visual sake. And there we go. So looking at the reference image, our first set of cannons will probably go here. Next set of cannons here. You know what? Let's undo that. I wonder if we can't just build a new tower based on this here. Nope. It's fine. We can just there we go. That's shape. And then we'll use the cannons to make up for the space here. I think the boat needs to be wider. Like specifically this here. So if I do this, nope. Hey, there we go. Okay, so there we go. Get some wireframe here. These will ultimately need to stretch as well. And this as well. Let's try this. Starting to look kind of dangerous. Let's try grabbing this stuff and just sliding that forward a little bit, just to give it some space. Do this. Grab this. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so now we want to do some UV and texture editing. So let's grab all this. Smart UV. Let's do 0.05 and see what that gives us. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Then we want to do texture paint. New texture slot. Battleship. There we go. Alright, now to give it some of our cartoon outline that we were working on. Let's see, just by looking at this, I'm not exactly sure where most of this is, so we're just gonna eyeball this. I don't think it's capturing the corners. Nope, it's not. Okay, so let's do this angle. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Could be doing better on those straight lines, but we're not doing this professionally. We're just doing this because it's fun. Okay, let's redo these lines here. Oops. There we go. This is where it's going to get tricky. Okay. Let's do this one. Oh my god, come on. Okay, I'm just gonna do these corners here. We'll need to do some real cleanup work on these lines later. Okay. Let's just do a high-level view and get these corners done. God, it's already been an hour? Good God. Feels like it's only been like half an hour. I didn't even start my timer, I realized, for managing my breaks. Shoot. It should be 30 minutes. There we go. In 30 minutes, we'll take a break. Okay. It's coming together. Okay, let's get this line drawn. Let's hide this for just a second so I can get a reference look at what we got here. I wonder if we can't just... Okay. Nope. I mean, kinda. Yeah, it's gonna be easy to do that every single time, isn't it? Okay, let's get the nose drawn out. Oops. Redo. Probably that. Probably that. Maybe we should do the red. I'm doubting myself a lot right now. Let's do the red. So tag this. Okay, so we're gonna paint in here. Let's get a wider brush. We can always clean this up later. That's looking pretty high. It's looking really high in general, actually. Let's try and maintain here. Yeah, right there. Can I just draw in a straight line? Oh, that's perfect. Cool, cool, cool. Just paint all this in. Oh, that's coming together so nicely. Let's just do this then, so I can find where these are. Oh, is it gonna be this whole thing? I guess so. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so let's do that. Let's just paint this in whole. And then because we know where the black outline is here, we can just kind of switch, drop this down. Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay, let's shrink this even further, zoom in. There we go. That looks much better. Follow that line. Ooh, maybe some red right there would be good. Where is that? Ah, there it is. Is it just this triangle? That one's having an issue. Where is that one? Aha. Can I just do this? Kinda. Oops. Shrink this down. Can I do this? Not quite. Not quite there either. This is tricky. Might be easier for me to just kind of... Oh, that's the issue. Yep, that's weird topology. Okay. We'll grab that. What we'll do is we'll delete the face. Connect this up like that. Let's see, there's 1, 2 vertices there, so we'll subdivide this twice. Probably should have tried to match this side a little bit as well while I'm doing that. Only faces. Here we go. Let's do this maybe. Just connect this up like that. Subdivide this. Yeah, that's certainly a lot easier than what I was doing. Okay, let's do that to the other side then. So delete the edge here. There we go. So now if we go to UV editing here. just want these. Let's see, where are these? Aha, okay. Okay, now we can work with this. We should also check where these are while we're at it. Grab this one next. These can probably stay here. This is getting really complicated very fast because I'm great at UV mapping. We may just have to repaint this section, so let's do that. Now that we got this all figured out. So we're currently holding black. Let's change that to red. This is down here. Cool. It's a little bit out of scope, but it works. Do the same thing on this side, just clean that up ish. I don't know why Blender's being weird right now, but we'll make it work. Get that red, clean this up. Okay. Let's try and do more of those outlines here. Okay. Where are... Oh, okay. Well, let's clean this up. That just to get started, and then clean this up. Okay, let's get the rest of these black outlines going here. Let's just go along here. Okay. Let's approach this as this. Okay. There we go. This is what we need to see. We'll just start cleaning up these outlines here. Then we should be nearly finished with this battleship. this. Shrink our brush down a little bit. Then we'll just kind of... There we go. And I just got to do that for the other outlines here. Maybe even get some gray for this here. Come on. There we go. All right. Keep saying all right as if we're almost done with the section, and then I realize I'm not. It's kind of a lot. Okay. We should try and correct those outlines a little bit. First, we'll just kind of clear this top section here. Okay. Oh, we're missing some outlines here. Okay, let's start attempting to clean this up. Okay, here we go. I think we still need to do some outlines here. No, those are actually fine. Okay, so we actually need to just kind of clean up this spillage then. Go. Secure the spillage here, and then these corners here. And, oops, too much. Cool. Now we just gotta finish outlining this tower. And I think it'll be pretty alright from there. Just gotta add windows to the structure a little bit, and I'll be comfortable with calling it good. Small outline here. Make sure we're not missing anything crazy here. Okay. Where would we add windows here? I guess right here. So let's grab this, make it darker. And I think what we'll do for the windows is just make a simple square like this. Then we'll get that light blue to be our windows. Just like that. Just a little bit more, and that's a boat. So let's give that material the same metallic and roughness that we gave the other one. Yeah, that looks the same. Cool. Make sure we save this battleship image. Then we'll export it as our FBX. Call it battleship. Oh my god, we gotta do a cruiser next. That's gonna be such pain. Ugh. Man. So we're currently at 5 till. I say let's take our break early. We'll do some stretches and stuff. And then we'll get back to it. Oops. I need to set this back to 2 hours. Cool. So, let me set up. I have a program I'm using for showing that I'm actually doing this stuff. There we go. Turn this on and then turn this on. Make sure that's syncing correctly. Ah, okay, cool. So, there we go. 10 minutes of stretches and stuff. Let's get started. Let's also move the chair out of the way. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. 1, 2. Oh god. 3. Oh. Well, there we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Already feeling the blood flowing again. Lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Neck rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, touch toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, let's do some light cardio. We'll start with jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50. Alright, we'll do 25 squats. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. We'll do some cool down stretches, just going back the way we did it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then lastly, stretch our back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. That's the most I've worked out this year. Timer's almost done. Oh, it's fine. Let's switch back to the game dev scene. Oh my god. Let me drink some water. That was a lot. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, we exported this, right? We did. Okay, cool. We have to do the cruiser now. Alright, say goodbye to Battleship. Well, kind of need it. Let's get that reference image of the cruiser up. Alright, here's the cruiser. You can see it's a kind of a similar layout in terms of, like, you know, silhouette design kind of, but it's also narrower So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it narrower than the battleship, but also longer, and then giving it 2 towers. That's my idea. So let's get a cube. Let's make it long. Then let's make it a little bit wide. Grab this, extrude it out a little bit. That looks good. Do the same thing on this side. I think I want this one to be wider, this to be narrower. That way we know what's front and back. And then Z-wise, we will just select all, make this about the same. Yeah, that looks about it, right? Cool. So let's raise the nose on this. We can have the cruiser. Not the cruiser, the battleship. And what we need to do is grab this, subdivide this a few times, maybe one more time, just for good luck. Okay, so let's work on the layers of this thing. So let's look at our reference. Let me put the timer back on for 2 hours. Let's look at our reference image one more time. Oh shoot, I haven't been filling out this document, maintaining a Word document of how we're doing this. So, the goals for today were actually really simple, you know. Let's copy that format. The goals for today were just to make those boats. Model boats, PT boat, battleship, and cruiser. So actually let's do model, texture, and import boats, base models. And then we'll do successes, modeled and textured boats, PT boat, and battleship. Cool. That way we're keeping track of what we're doing here. Isha. Okay, so we need room for the turrets. Looks like there are some side turrets, but for the most part the big cannons are on the front and maybe back. So let's give them... We'll do this. I guess alternatively I could have just... that. Okay, so let's pull this up. I totally misread that. Okay, hold on. I also want this section. Here we go. Let's go like here, up. Yeah, that looks about right. And then let's make our 2 control towers. Our 2 control towers will be, if I angle this like this, it'll be these vertices here for tower 1. So we'll just go up a little bit. And then angle this. We'll do that. And then instead of going, you know, crunchy at the top like we have been doing, we will just stretch it. We can shrink the X a little bit, just like that. That should be good. And then for the second tower, grab the same vertices here. We'll just kind of mirror what we did on that side. We'll make this a shorter tower. That's what we'll do different. And maybe we can even fit a cannon in here. That'd be pretty neat. I wonder, does it make sense to do this? Yeah, I kind of like it. Then just it's a weird shape, but it's a distinct silhouette for this boat, so we're gonna keep it. Okay, I don't want to script the topology too much, trying to make this boat look really good as a model, so we're just gonna keep this as is. Start working on the UV wraps and texturing. So let's start with the UV editing here. I need to get in position. Smart UV project. Islands are good. Angle limit. Lower for more projection groups, higher for less distortion. Let's do less distortion. Let's go with 90. See what that does. Wow, that is certainly a way of unwrapping it. I guess that's texture paint. See what comes out as. Call this cruiser. Let's set the metal and roughness now, so we don't have to think about that too much later. Put it as solid so we see what we're doing. And we'll start with the red parts. Okay, so let's just try painting all this and see how that looks on us. Red here, and there, and there, and then fill in the blanks. Nice and simple. Okay, and that corner looks like it's up here. Shrink our circle a little bit. There we go. And then where is this? Down here. Is it this as well? All right, perfect. It's just the very same. I love you, Blender. Keeping it simple. Just for me. And I think... yeah, I think we can start doing the outlines now. So let's grab our black color here. Shrink this down a bit. That might be too thick. It's kind of alright actually. We'll stick with it. Okay, and then this should be the rear nose. Yep. So if we do this, yep. Cool, cool, cool. Let's keep this up. We're gonna finish this cruiser in no time. I think that's these corners here, but I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't help that that's happening right there. Okay. I think we actually don't need that. Yeah, no, we do. We do. Okay, so where did that go? Oh, that's resoundingly not great. So it might be better for me to just kind of... Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Maintain patience. There we go, and then just... I think that one's up here, so we can just wrap that up real quick. Cool. Now we can just take a second to do some cleanup here. Okay, and then around the nose. Oh wow, that did not come out particularly great. Let's see if we can't do this ourselves. This way. Okay. Let's do some basic outlines on top. That's awkward. Why aren't you letting me paint? I wonder. Go to UV editing. Let's make that wide. Drag that here. Do the same thing here. We'll figure that out in a second. We now have new lines to work with here. I wonder, actually, go back to UV editing. We can probably slide that over there and then just repaint that section here. So that way we can have all this here and this Okay, that might help us quite a bit. So, unfortunately, gonna have to erase a lot of work, but it'll be worth it. Hopefully. So, get our red back. Let's get that bottom recolored. Actually, I remember this also having some issues. Hold on. Just in case, make our lives a little easier. There we go. Cool, cool. And then shrink the brush more. Get this covered up. And the other side, I believe, was down here. Yeah, right here. Take a sip real quick. Increase that. Okay, I think that's everything that needs to be read. Yeah, now we just got to work on the outlines. So let's see if we can make these outlines look good without painting directly on the model. I think it was this way, right? Yep, and that looks pretty good. Much better. Okay, so next, start here and then go back, I think. There we go. One more time this way, this way. Nice. Let's see how this turns out over here. It's a little crunchy, but it is better than it was before too, so we'll take it. Down like this. Nice. Then I think this secures it. Nope. This way secures it. That's gonna be annoying. Unless we just do this. There we go. Cool, now we just need to do the same thing up here. Let's go ahead and assume that these corners will be a pain and just do this now. Wow, okay. We're gonna have to hand do this one as well. There we go. We have a lot of cleaning to do. But let's finish doing the outlines first. Because we still need to do this, for example. How do we want to do that? This is here, right? Okay, we've got a decent idea where the lines are now. That's good. And then come across here. God, there's gonna be so much cleaning up to do. I'm not looking forward to this. Yeah, I want lines here and here. So let's do that. Get a line here. Get a line here. Let's do a line this way. Or maybe not. Where's your problem, Blender? Is it here? No. Why is it so small? Interesting. Okay. Okay. Okay, so all this probably needs to go here. We'll drive this down here for now. Why did it unwrap like that? That's what I'm curious about. Let's do this. Okay, we're gonna be at this for a minute, aren't we? It's rather unfortunate. Okay, one more set. For now. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's turn off that mirror. Go back to painting for now. Oh, this too, huh? Okay. Okay, where are your UVs? Okay. There we go. This one's UVs are all messed up too. Ah! Everything's wrong. Let's toss you down there. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. What else can we not paint sideways? Oh, that's tough. Why are you like this? Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay, we need to figure out the UVs on this. So let's first identify the UVs here. Then we'll do the UVs here. And then in case we need that space, because I suspect we're going to need that space, let's slide these down here. Actually, yeah, no, let's put them there. Okay, texture paint. Let's try this again. Okay. All right, now let's find out what's wrong with this UV. There you are. Let's do this. We'll rotate this a little bit, shrink it down, set that there. We'll do the same thing with this side here. Okay, let's try texture painting now. Wonder if we can't shrink this down, zoom in, and just a little bit. Okay. Other side. Are you gonna do the same thing? Kinda, but it's at least working. Now the real question is this side. Of course. What is your problem? Are the UVs laid on top of each other? Is that what's going on? Yeah, that's probably what's going on. I think we might need to do this from scratch. This UV projection was just really bad. That sucks. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. So first, delete all our work. Okay. Smart UV project. Let's try and lower that a little bit, maybe. Then we'll just expand this on the x-axis. Hopefully that'll make things a little easier. Okay, let's start with red again. I think that's going to be all this right here. No? What am I painting? Huh. Red's apparently supposed to go down here. I mean, okay. Okay, so let's try and speed run this a little bit. There we go. Okay, the red part's done. Let's work on outlining the top first, because that's what I'm most worried about since the last one was the way that it was. Okay, let's start by outlining the side profile on the top half of the ship. Okay, that's a good start. That's really pixelated. Here, let's undo that. Go to the UV map. See if we can't expand this a little bit. Something like that might work. Is overlapping a little bit on these ones, which also look like they might need to be expanded out. That might help. Just make sure there's some consistency going on here. All right, let's see if that helps us a bit. Still a little pixelated, but it is better than it was. Well, this body is. this needs to be changed. Okay, and then just okay. Start small, just make this wide. How to fix this one? This is the other side I need. So we'll do this. Maybe if I just do this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Oops. Try this again. All right, that's better. It's not perfect, but it is better. God, I want to be done with this already. The UV stuff really just took it out of me. Okay. Let's turn on the X mirror. Hopefully that'll speed things up a little bit. This is taking forever. We're getting there though. Might need another caffeine refill in a minute or two. Well, I still have some gamer subs, I guess. How are we looking on time? An hour? Okay. I was going to say, thankfully, once we're done with these boats, we don't have to do this again, but then I remembered that we actually have to make the weapons. It probably won't suck as much, but it also could, and that's what scares me. Okay. Just gotta now connect the two sides here. Just start with a straight line this way. Straight. Oh my god, come on. Maybe we should do it at an angle. Or maybe. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Oh, yeah, no, that's gonna be tough no matter what. Okay. Well, we could just do this as our reference point. There we go. Making headway. We're making progress. We're doing the thing. Why is it so faded? That's really unfortunate. Oh, there it is. We can fix this ourselves. Cool. Then we're just gonna do that same thing for the red portions here. Up we go, up we go, up we go, up we go. Oops. Okay. For that section there, we can just do this. Okay. Cross here, cross here, cross here. Oh. Just gotta... Oh my god, my brain is so fried. I might need to take a quick lunch break. I should actually. It's 2 o'clock my time. I haven't eaten lunch. We'll eat in a minute. I wanna try and get some of this done. Oh, you can't be serious. What's wrong with the UV this time? Just in case, I want to check this whole section. Should be nothing wrong with it. Okay, well, I'm going to try and paint directly on you then. Yep, just making a fuss out of nothing. Wasting my time. This game jam's hard enough without technical issues like this. Okay. Can I just draw directly on? No? Okay. Well. Okay, it's not pretty, but those are outlines. Let's get to the top here. Oops. Nope. Just trying to find the top piece. There it is. Okay. Oh. Still got to do the outlines here. Oh, and it's... Where is that? Where is that? That's there, which does need an outline. See if we can't squeeze one in. There we go. Probably should draw outlines there too, but yeah, we should. We should. Okay. Oh, this is its right there, isn't it? Yep. Yep. Okay. Let's clean this up. Those outlines are not correct. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay. Shrink this down a bit. Okay, and then finally, cool. Now we can work on cleanup, which, ugh. That's all I can say is ugh. Okay, where are you supposed to be? You look like this up here. But are you? You're probably this. Yep. And there's a V shape. Is that it? Yep. Oh, we still need to do the sides. Ugh. Ugh. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I really wanna be done with this. Okay. Is there an easy way to do this, maybe? Like this? No. Okay, where are you on my little map here then? Really? No. Well. uh, let's just try and get this over with. Actually, if I zoom out like this, that's actually not very insightful, turns out. Okay, now we just gotta clean up the top. I was gonna say, and then we're done, but I forgot there's windows. We still gotta do windows. Ugh. Just a little more, just a little more. Okay, so where do we want to put windows? I definitely want to put windows here. So let's grab a darker gray. I think we'll just do like a big old square. I guess that's a rectangle, but okay. Then we grab our blue-green. Actually, before we do that, make sure these colors match consistently. There we go. And then before we do that, let's add windows to the side. Maybe right about here. Oh, that looks so rough. Yeah, maybe we won't put windows on this side. That is looking hella rough. Maybe we can add one right here. Nope, that's also rough. Okay, well. No windows. This up here makes sense. Well, we can make it work. And then we'll also add windows on this side, specifically here, here. Okay. It's sloppy, but I'm so tired of this. I just want to have the game be functional. Okay, let's color this in. Okay. Real quick, just tweak the windows a little bit so that way they're the right size. Here we go. Okay, windows. Then we'll grab that color again, fix the window frames. Ah, that was one stroke. That was a mistake. There we go. Oops. I just want this. Then zoom out just a little bit so we can see what we're doing here. That window came out great. Okay. And then grab that color again. Nice. All right. Material preview. Bam. Oh, that looks so rough. Why does it look like that? Oh, okay, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. We should probably also fix that. I also, I guess, didn't do the edges of the frame there. There's so much left to do. That's too thick. Shrink it down. Hopefully this is the actual final pass. Okay, I'm gonna have to settle for this. So this is our cruiser. Oh shoot, did I not add a... I didn't add a armature to the battleship or the cruiser, so I need to actually do both. Okay, so first of all, let's do the cruiser since we have this here. Go to armature, single bone, make it big, and then just rotate it by 90 degrees, on the x-axis preferably. Then we just parent like this to bone. Oh my god, it looks so bad. File, export, FPX. This will be our cruiser. And then we need to hide both of these. Show our battleship. Armature, nope. Okay. Single bone. There we go. Parent to bone. Then file, export, FBX. This will be our battleship. That's 3 hours for 3 boats. And I'm pretty sure that most of that hour was spent fixing the cruiser's textures. Materials, sorry. I need to refill my water. Good God, this took way too much time. Okay. Okay. Let's start getting this stuff into Unreal, I guess. Then we'll update our document to say we did the cruiser. Model textured and exported boats. Then I think when the timer is done, I think we might call the stream early. But I have not eaten. How long did I say this stream was gonna go for? I don't remember what this was scheduled as, so I need to double check. I already forgot where the schedule is in Twitch. I know it's here somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. I guess I could just go to my channel and click schedule there. Or, alternatively, it could hide the schedule as long as I'm streaming. Oh, there we go. 6 p.m. I don't think I'm gonna survive that long, if I'm being honest. We'll import the models. And once that's done, we'll call it a stream. Because I want to make sure this imports correctly. I guess we should also just set it up to where the player can choose their boat using an enumeration. That could be something. Oh man. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat for lunch yet. I can make some rice. I got some ramen that I can make. I have some meat. that is in the freezer, so I'd have to defrost that. Man, what do I want to eat today? I don't even know. Oh, I should probably change this up a bit. Project settings. Maps and modes. Excuse me. Default game mode's correct. Cool. Okay, so models. We go here. Oops, that's the PNG. I need the FBX. There we go. It is a skeletal mesh. No animations. And import. Oh my god, it looks interesting. I forgot to do the outlines on the back. Oh, that's gonna haunt me. We may or may not fix it, but not today. Okay, next. Battleship. Oh man, you sunk my battleship. Okay, made the joke. We can import the model now. Okay. Yeah, these models are massive, but it's easy to shrink them in the blueprints. Okay. Last one. Cruiser. There it is. I don't like that thumbnail. Oh, you can't be serious. Blender! What did you do? Okay, let's try re-importing it now. Oh my god, why? Oh, that's the battleship. Let's try again. Why? Why are you hurting me like this? Okay, new strat. Delete the cruiser. We're gonna re-export it from Blender. Make sure it's copy this, selected objects only, no animations, do not apply leaf bones. And we'll call it cruiser. Oh wait, I might have not saved this as well. I don't know if that's really necessary, but we're about to find out. It was necessary. I want to scream. Okay, so first save this. Select all. Export FBX, keep all the settings, go. Oh, thank God. All that work, I would have lost it if that got deleted, given how much pain we had to go through just to get that going. Okay. Boats are imported. I'll just change this to imported. Okay, let's make a quick little function that lets the player switch on enum, I guess. But first, PT. Right, static mesh. We don't need you anymore. PT. Okay, so the PT boat is supposed to be the smallest, so let's do 0.25. Wait, hold on. Before I do that, uniform 0.25. 0.05. That's a little too small. 0.15. Uh-oh, I think Unreal, what? One or more blueprints has an unresolved compiler error. Are you sure you want to play an editor? Oh, shoot. Yeah. I don't think we're even using this anymore, so we can just break this up. Of course. Actually, this is the enemy boat. They don't even need half this stuff. This is the shoot function? Okay. So we can just get rid of all of this. Oh, the camera is... Oh shit, the boat is... Oh, man. Okay, so let's make... First of all, is this gonna be below the... Yeah, it is. It's below the capsule. Make it float just a little bit above it. Yeah, there we go. We also need it to be a physical collision. Oh, it says block camera, so maybe the camera is just not doing hit tests. Or maybe it's the camera boom that takes care of that. Do a collision test. So it is doing collision tests, it just doesn't care. So we just need to raise the camera. Well, truth be told, the camera shouldn't even be this close to the boat. So, how do we want to adjust this? Let's go up and then extend the probe size. Is that how that works? Oh no, arm length. Set that to 800 and see what that looks like. Okay, yeah, this is kind of where I want it to be. Okay. Let's see. If I do this... Okay, well. Okay. I don't know what I was expecting with that. I just don't want the camera to be able to control the boat. Well, I guess it's not now. Okay, but it is... Oh wait, the boat's going in the direction, and the camera is changing the direction. Okay, that's what's going on. Movement input. What if I just do this? Oh, cool. So now the camera can move independently of the boat. Okay, so that's what I wanted. Nice. Oh, I'm getting a local alert. Bear with me for a second. Okay, yeah, nothing else is important going on my phone. Sorry, I'm just trying to respond to a message. Let's see. Right, I wanted to do an enumerator so the player can choose what boat model they have, but I need to check if the boats are the right sizes. So if I change this boat to the battleship, that's rather unfortunate. So here's what we're gonna do. We need to camera boon at event begin play. We'll do a custom event, which is pick boat. And then after the HUD is generated, we'll do pick boat. And on pick boat, we will light this up here actually. So switch on enemy enum. Do a switch, not a switch, a select. Add one more result. We'll promote the index to a variable. Or not. Let's create a new variable then. Boat choice. So we'll need to cast to our save games to do that. But if it's TP boat, set skeletal mesh TP boat. And then if it's not, we'll do destroyer or cruiser. And then at the same time that we do this, set arm length So right now we currently have it at 800, which felt pretty good for the TP boat, but we may need to do more for these other ships here. So let's go ahead and test that out. Let's do 1,500. Oh, whoops. I need to choose. Let's wait, hold on a second. Oh, tutorial TPP. I need to do TP boat or PT boat? PT boat. There we go. So now we just want to have some way to switch between them. So let's see. Can I use anything temporary? Let's use a right mouse button. And what we'll do is when we press it, boat choice, we'll do an increment. And then run pick boat. I didn't set the target arm length. 1,500 I said we wanted to try, right? Doesn't feel right. We might also need to change the height. Set location, world location. Paste this here. Paste this here. I can actually set this to 0. There's not much of a difference here. Cool. We'll do the same thing over here. Let's try 2,000. What's going on here? Oh, I did world location. I need relative location. Set relative location. So 1,000, 1,000, please. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so get rid of this, copy this, paste that. Then change this to 2,000. 2,000 might be too much, but we'll see. 2,000 is not enough, actually. Maybe 3,000? I mean, it's better. I think the arm length is not enough as well. I think that's what the issue is. Yeah, because the arm length is pretty far from the TP boat. Yeah, this height could work. I think the arm length is not enough. So let's try giving it a 2,000 arm length. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, cruiser time. Drop this down here. And then boat choice will clamp just for testing purposes. 0 to 2. It's really having issues with the camera, huh? Seems like the arm length is like almost right, but also just not quite. Yeah, okay. Let's set that to 2,500 and see if that helps us. Oh, it just doesn't like being seen from this angle for some reason. Why? Why would it have that issue? It's not having that issue here. Not sure. Save all. Not sure why it's doing that. But at least we know this works. So we'll call it here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll pick this back up late in the day tomorrow. But yeah, glad we got the most important models done. Just got to do the weapons next, and then we'll go from there. You know what? Let's document this real quick, and then let's also put that in our goals for tomorrow. So we imported the boats, added testing feature in, what did I call this blueprint? Player boat? Player boat. That allows the user to switch boat models, camera arm length, and camera relative location. To do fix bug where cruiser model flashes when facing camera. All right, what are tomorrow's goals? Let's do a couple things tomorrow. Let's set up 3 weapon types. So let's model 3 weapons. 3D model weapons. We'll do the single barrel cannon, multi-barrel cannon, and the torpedo. And then if we're doing any blueprint scripting, let's implement, let's do the boat customization menu. We'll also do, what else do we want to do? We should probably clean up our player blueprints with more future-ready, feature-ready scripting. And then let's, if we have time, make enemies hostile. That'll be our goals for day 3 of the game jam, February 22nd, 2026. And that's all it's going to be for me. We're simultaneously making more progress and less progress than I was expecting. Struggling on 3D models was not something I was expecting to do again, but here we are.